everyone, I'm Rebecca Jetvey, the Guidance Counsellor here at St Paul's School. Today is our second video in our series of some tips for parents and families on how to get their kids off to a great start at school each day. Last time I spoke about the importance of sleep and how kids need between 10 and 12 hours sleep a night to get enough so they can concentrate at school the next day. Also, we talked about the importance of maybe not having any screen time after dinner, and also to have a tuck-in time routine. So today's video is about creating an afternoon and an evening routine for your family, just to help get things into a bit of a routine to take the chaos and the unpredictability out of each day. Things might change or be different for your family depending on how many kids you have or how many adults you have in the household. So just adapt what you need to fit your family's situation. So I've got an example here of what I've used for my kids, and that seemed to work pretty well for us. I've got 3 kids. So again, adjust what you need to. These are just some tips. So when kids get home from school, I thought around the 3:15 mark is a good idea for them to empty out their school bag. So just things like make sure their lunchbox is on the bench so that you're not having to find yucky sandwiches in the bag the next day, homework or any notes, and then they can get straight into afternoon tea. What I've found to work best in my family is if I get the kids to go straight into their homework or their reading, and then once they've done that, then they can have free time. It might work in a different way for your family, but I've found with what can tend to happen if you start with free time and then call them in to then get their homework done, they don't want to do it. So if you start with the stuff they don't like, the non-preferred thing like the homework, as soon as they get through, then they can have their free time, which seems to work well for most families. Depending on when you get your kids to bed, around the 5 o'clock or 5:30, how many kids are in your family will sort of dictate how early this starts. But around the 5:30 mark might be a good chance to start calling the kids in for their shower, to get on their pajamas on, that sort of thing. Sometimes if you've got lots of kids, you might need to have a system as to who goes first, because sometimes the order of who has their bath or shower first can cause an argument in families. So you might, if you've got 2 kids, you might want to say the odd weeks of the term, like weeks 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The youngest child goes first. For the even weeks, the oldest child, whatever works for your family. But sometimes even having that worked out ahead of time can stop an argument when you say, okay kids, time to have your bath. Also, I've found if you can give them a little bit of warning, so if it's 10 to 5, if 5 o'clock is when you say you want baths to start, or if it's 5:30, give them 10 minutes warning to say, in 10 minutes, I'm going to be calling you up to have your bath. So finish up the game that you're playing so that when it's 5:30, you know what you've got to do. Okay, just that little bit of warning time can sometimes help avoid an argument later on. Have their shower, get their pajamas on, and that gives you a chance to finish up with dinner. The kids can have their dinner, and then I would say no more screens after that. Watch a bit of TV, read a book, play games, whatever, but no more screens if you can try and avoid it. Then when it's getting close to your tuck-in time, that's when you can remind them teeth, brush your teeth, go to the toilet. And the reason I've written this out is because sometimes you get the kids into bed and then they'll come out, oh, I need to go to the toilet, I need to get a drink, and that whole process can then take another half an hour. So if all these things have to be done, PJs should be in here too, sorry. Pajamas, so make sure they go, brush their teeth, they go to the toilet, and then for 8 o'clock, tuck-in time, to be asleep by 8:30. And last week we talked about tuck-in time and how that might be mum or dad in bed, just patting their back, listening to their day, reading to them or listening to them read. So this is based on if you're a family that needs to be up at 7 o'clock the next morning, that would probably work. But if you're a family that has to be up earlier, all of this might need to be brought forward an hour or whatever suits your family. So what you can then develop, and I will have copies of these at school, is a chart then that you can put together for your family. And then up the top you've got Monday to Friday, and as the kids do each part of their job, they can tick that off or put a sticker on it, and that helps keep them on track each day and also you're not having to nag at them. If there's pictures, if there's incentive for them to do the right thing, they can sometimes take a bit more independence in getting themselves ready and organised of an afternoon. As always, I'm really happy to talk to any families that have any questions or want some help to put something like this together. But I will put some copies of that at the front office for anyone who's interested. Good luck. I'm happy to answer any questions and I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye for now.